How do you gain that radiant health and high energy into your body? How do you maintain that high energy in your body in spite of having a long day at work? Stress is the number one reason for falling ill, falling sick, and having all kinds of illnesses. Stress is the number one reason for losing all the energy.
I had an epilepsy issue. Because of that medicine, I'm getting some other skin issues kind of thing. And recently, after joining this meditation, reduced my dose, and I could able to control my body. I believe really it is really this meditation is really helping me very wonderfully.
I had kidney stone, and all of a sudden I had some pain on the right side of my lower back, and I went for the ultrasound and my kidney stone removed. Since 5 years I was having homeopathy medicine, but it didn't work. And with this 40-day meditation, it works a lot, and my stress level reduced.
One significant manifestation I would like to leave with is in terms of my own health. I have been a very acute diabetic for the last 40 years. I was on insulin more than 120 units a day. Today I am not on any insulin. I am on reduced tablets.
And see for yourself the peace, that energy, and with a little bit of practice, gaining the perfect health in you. Happy morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir. Happy morning to all.
Good morning.
Good afternoon and a wonderful evening.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
We had an understanding of what meditation experiences can be yesterday with many of you sharing. Thank you so much. Each and every one of us learn and we share. And of course, with Patriji, several explanations and a profound meditation again towards the end, for those of you who could stay back. But we have more opportunities. I was alluding to the concept of coherence and how meditation is moving a body into a highly coherent state. This heart coherence that we are doing every day is moving our mind into a very highly coherent state along with our meditation. Heart coherence by default, when we elevate ourselves into a higher emotion, we're moving a mind into a coherent state. And of course, with meditation, over a period of time, as we are overcoming our belief system, as we're detaching from the past memories, then naturally we become joyous. We go into the elevated states. And so a meditator, by default, is in an elevated state, then continues to have a coherent mind. It takes time to remove those many layers of those emotional memories that are holding us. But yet we will see we get better every day. Now this coherence of mind is very, very powerful. many of the mind powers are gained because of this coherency. What is coherency? Our mind has various regions, one for reading ability, one for visualization, three-dimensional spatial recognition, one for language, the new things, different aspects connect them, creativity, wanting to draw, another one for coordination. There are various parts of the brain. Now, coherency is to see that all of them come together and work together. All of them come into an unison, synchronize. They align, and so they fire. When they're firing with an alignment so that there is an energy field that's produced much significant compared to where they fire independently or not fire, many of them not fire at all because of the rigidity in the brain. And so then there is incoherence. One, when they're coherent and come together, and then they fire all parts of the brain for when we are looking at a problem, we're trying to solve a problem, trying to do some piece of work, we're trying to heal ourselves. Coherency is where all parts of the brain, which are bringing out their own share of their knowledge, information, and then firing to produce an amount of energy. And incoherency is, first of all, many parts may not even function well in the brain over a period of time, depending on how our state of mind is. If I say I'm very poor at maths, that portion which is logical is slowly becoming a neurorigid because we are continuing to tell the body that I'm poor at mathematics. I cannot do these sums. And when we continue to instruct the body, and so those cells, which ideally otherwise should be producing more neural cells to go and then help in that area, now they are shut off. So incoherency is many areas of the brain do not work, and at the same time, and even those that work do not fire together. There's no coordination. The coordinator of the brain, CEO of the brain, is not necessarily functioning very well. So the power of coherency, people can do very unnatural things. When this energy, when this coherency of brain is gained, immense amount of healing can happen. Because they direct that energy. Uri Geller, there's a master, Uri Geller, who can bend, and many more people like that, but who can bend your steel cutlery, spoons, and this and that from remote distances, not necessarily from nearby. Just over a show, then he's talking, and then so is able to lift items up and then down, and that they could bend. Uri Geller. Coherency is like a laser beam. Laser versus normal light. What's the difference? Normal light is diffused. You take a 60-watt bulb, the normal light is diffused. So in my room, I'm using, I think, 2 LED 12-watt bulbs. So there is this much light here. Now, if you take a 60-watt bulb, and then, but these rooms, so now the light is diffused. So one ray this way, one ray this way, another this way, another this way. All the rays go this way, so they start canceling. The waves, because light is energy is wave, and so going in different directions, they start canceling. Just like the cancellation that happens when you see, daily life at a beach. Waves come, sometimes big waves, sometimes no waves, sometimes small waves, is because waves cancel each other. One is going this direction, another is going in the opposite direction. So a diffused light at a 60 watts, this much light. But if you have apparently a 60-watt laser beam, now laser beam property is that the rays are parallel, they go straight. The laser beam property is the rays are parallel, they go straight. That's the property of laser. It has too much power. So when I have these fiber cables at home, which are coming in for the internet, broadband, we're asked to not look into it. It's dangerous. You do not look into it like a normal wire. You cut it, you can touch it and see it. But a fiber cable, we have to avoid looking into it, because if there is light, if there is signal at that time, it can be pretty powerful and harmful. The power of a 60-watt laser beam can cut into steel. Of course, the internet that I receive will use a very, very tiny power. Very tiny power. It's like that pointer, right? In presentations, people use pointers, right? The remote pointer, which is projecting a laser beam. So you see, we're fascinated. You are at the end of this hall, and then you can point, and then it'll still go and then point on the screen because the light is going straight. That's coherent light. So when we, in meditation, we become coherent. So there's a lot of power. One can project the energy. The energy goes into manifest. And so we're going to learn the manifestation process. Why many people who are meditating and then say, I'm manifesting, they visualize and dream, they project a ton of energy because they go into this coherent state. And so many of them saying, things are happening for me now. They've done an experimentation, this ultrasonic test, right? Ultrasonic test, when pregnant women, usually you go to a doctor, then you do ultrasonic. Very, very safe, because just sending the radio waves, which is very low frequency. So radio waves are safe. So generally you get a test done, right? Women get a test done, how the baby is doing. So that ultrasonic equipment, they wanted to try and check the cells. They wanted to check the DNA. The DNA is coiling itself. It's like a snake, two snakes coil themselves, then that's like that. That's a shape. It's called double helix. So the DNA is coiled. And they wanted to check if those who go into coherent state, can they reduce the coiling? Can they decouple? Can they increase energy on it so that you want to decouple it or you want to tighten it and see what happens, whether the DNA will respond with that energy. And people who have gone into coherent state, when they're able to project, when they're able with an intention, you got to set an intention. With an intention, they said that I am now projecting with an intention to unwind the DNA. And those in a control group, without having that understanding of going into coherent state, they set an intention, nothing happened. Those in this group who have meditated, who go into heart coherence, when I'm talking particularly heart coherence also, and then go into coherent state, and then so now they put an intention, and they saw even up to 25% of unwinding of the DNA, the coiling, unwinding 25%. Even more powerful than that experiment is ability to work with natural forces. Radioactive material decays constantly. Radioactive material decays constantly. It slowly decays, but it is very, very the decaying happens in a very, very predictable rate. We're grateful to Marie Curie for finding this great invention, which is used in many, many places, including our smoke detectors. In the world clocks, atomic clocks are precision driven by the radioactive material because they're so precise. A material can take billions of years to decay fully, or some materials are taking just shortest one is 20 minutes. But now they've done this experiment to see a radioactive material is a natural force. It's considered a natural force, natural energy. Like gravity is natural, right? Gravity, when you have something falls down to the earth, it's a natural force. Can you bend against, can you work against natural force? If a mango is falling, can I move that mango to the other side? If there is a spoon is there, can I lift it up? That's what Uri Geller is doing. Lift up against natural force. So the radioactive material in the experimentation, they found, a Chinese master projects a lot of energy. They found that he is able to accelerate the decay significantly. A radioactive material, this particular material that they've done experiments, decays a fifth in 10,000 times. If you divide 10,000 parts and then take 5. So that's such a small percentage, 0.00005. That is a normal decay. That means it takes a long time. It takes this particular material they tried with, for 30 years it takes to decay fully. But then this master, when he's projecting energy because it goes into coherent state, it decayed by 10%. Just in a few days, it decayed by 10%. Where is 0.0005% and where is 10%? How many thousand times faster is able to decay that material just in that much time? That energy is very powerful, dear friends. The point is, when we go into coherent state, we become very powerful, we produce energy. I had a personal experience in a workshop where I couldn't have imagined that healing can be taught and then one can actually become a powerful healer. Part of the experimentation in the workshop, I did that thing and it was unimaginable. I mean, I still very deeply remember how my hands became like iron rods. And then I could feel that energy going. So coherency of brain and heart are doing something magical. The energy produced is high, and so we get things done. And we heal our body significantly when we put our intention with that coherent mind. So coherent mind, and every day in our meditation, dear friends, we are going into this coherency. We increase our energy fields. Now combine that with our change in thought, then we are producing miracles. Combine that with a change in thought. We choose to be Mahatma Gandhi or Hitler. Both are there, where they put their energy. We change ourselves into miraculous positive thinking, and so we gain perfect radiant health and everything. So let's go into this meditation once again, dear friends. Breath mindfulness meditation, heart coherence combined. We are absolutely going into a coherent states of the mind. Those of you who are new, welcome. So we are doing Anapanasati meditation. Our goal is to empty the mind. When we empty the mind, we remove all unwanted thoughts over a period of time, thousands of them. And we also experience this greater emptiness, that energy field, quantum energy field, which has unlimited possibilities. Everything we're experiencing in our life is a possibility in an energy. It's an energy pattern, according to quantum physics. Everything that you see as matter is energy pattern. So when we empty ourselves, we are connecting into this field that greater intelligence are called consciousness, are called many things in spiritual science like soul and then all of that. So we are experiencing that quantum field, that energy. So when we empty our mind, we are reducing unwanted thought and then we're experiencing this greater energy field. So the process is simple. We close our eyes, remove the specs, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, cross the feet at ankle, and then observe your breath, in breath and out breath. When you observe your in breath and out breath, your natural breath, which is an effortless action we want to perform, where you just subtly observe your in breath and out breath. Slowly, our mind becomes empty. We put our attention away from the thoughts, so thoughts will have to come down. Another quantum physics principle. So thoughts come down, and then as you continue to observe the breath, mind becomes totally empty. So that time we experience that energy. Any experience that you may feel in your body, any body sensation, mind sensation, just observe them, witness them, do not interpret them at that time, and be with it. Be in that state of emptiness. In case you get thoughts, in case you get distracted into thought, which is very, very natural, very, very natural. 90% of the time it's happening. If you get thoughts while observing the breath, bring your attention back to the breath again. And you recognize you're in thought, back to the breath again and again observe it. So our goal is to be continuing to be observing. And then when we go into thoughtless, you lose the attention of the breath. When you go into thoughtless state, you're not aware many a times that you are observing the breath. Absolutely fine. It's a great state to be in. You be in that state. I guide, and when I'm guiding, you don't pull yourself back to breath if you feel you're in the thoughtless state, right? Where you experience that emptiness, where there's no one, no people, no places. This is called Anapanasati meditation. This is where you're going to spend maximum time, right? The posture is there on the screen. Either you're sitting on the chair, on the sofa, or on the floor, legs crossed, fingers into fingers, and then eyes closed with no specs, right? Before we go into this, we're doing this heart elevation process. Follow my guidance actively, but there, the legs are crossed, eyes are closed, hands on your chest area. The crux of this process is that you bring up an heightened emotion from your past or present, or any after doing this work of manifestation, you have a mind movie for a future, and you bring up an emotion that takes you up into an heightened body states like love or gratitude, compassion. So bring up an event or recollect a memory from your past, right? Like when you got your first job, you felt joyful. So if that is a profound experience, feel it. You got your first salary and you got a gift to your mom, and if that's a great thing, feel it, right? Just recollect that experience and then relive it. When you relive it, then automatically body goes into a heightened emotional state, heart goes up, when heart goes into elevated state, brain becomes slow down, brain slows down. It helps him to go into breath, to empty the mind faster. So we do this for a few minutes, and then we're going into this Anapanasati meditation. So relax yourself, sit comfortably, intent for yourself. Today you're going into this meditation. You're emptying your mind, you're forgetting everything about yourself, and you're experiencing deeply this energy field. Make an intention. That you leave your body here. We're going to come back after 40 minutes. It's going to be safe. We are totally going to be in this empty field, this energy field, with that intention, dear friends. My dear friends, my dear masters, with your eyes closed, specs removed, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart. take a slow, long, relaxing breath. Can you feel your beautiful heart as you take in the relaxing, slow breath with your attention on your heart? Feel that beautiful center of all emotions. With that slow, relaxing breath, I want you to feel the rhythm and beat of your own heart, dear friends, which is always helping us experience this life before you even knew it. I want you to recollect an experience from your life, either from the past or present, or from your future mind movie, where you felt enormous amount of love, gratitude, compassion, appreciation, or any of the hidden emotions, and relive that moment and elevate yourself. Relive that moment of love, gratitude, compassion, and feel that energy inside your beautiful heart. When we experience love, gratitude, appreciation, dear friends, we are in our connection with all things and everybody. We help expand life. Life thrives with love. Life thrives with gratitude. Feel it, dear friends. We are all deeply interconnected. Friends, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, resting your hands comfortably in your lap, observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath, dear friends. Observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath, dear friends. Our goal is to empty the mind with your specs removed, eyes closed, fingers into fingers, placing your hands comfortably in your lap. Observe your breath. We are going into powerful group meditation. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. When our mind is empty, we experience that greater emptiness. That quantum energy field be with your breath. Become one with that in breath and the warm out breath, dear friends.